Hey guys, welcome back. So in this particular video tutorial, we're going to see about Angular 2 pipes. So Angular 2 pipes are nothing about, but Angular filters are almost the same. So if you're familiar about Angular filters, you will be much more familiar about Angular pipes. So for the people who really are new to it and they doesn't know, so it is just like represent. It is just nothing but if at all there is any kind of a data which you have to represent it in a structured way. You don't have to make change to the bindings. Rather than that, it only get changed on the look and feel at the DOM level, but it will never change the value inside your model, right? So let's not really get into the theory stuff of it. It will be much more clear when we really go and write down the code for it. Okay, so for that particular thing, I'm just going to use, you know, my some of I've just created some of my public data members. Let me just move ahead and you know start writing it down. So if I just go over here, okay, I'll just put this particular thing down. So me. Okay, so over here, if you can see, first thing which I'm going to see is nothing but string pipe. And so how I'm going to do is, so I refresh it. You can see whatever binding is there inside this public property, that is nothing but name. It directly pops down over here. But what if I you know I want to, for example, I want to display this particular model or the property like in all caps. How are we going to achieve it? Are we really going to go and change into your model? uh Definitely not. We should not do it because it is not the best practice, because it would be the same way how the data would be stored into your database, and you don't want to hinder with the data which is there. Rather than that, we'll just put a layer of sugar coating into the DOM so that it would change the behavior, how it renders onto the HTML. And how I'm going to do it by using nothing but pipes. I'll just go over here, I'll just say a paragraph. Over here, I'll just interpolate a name, and over here after name I'll just put a pipe symbol that symbolizes the filter, and the filter should be nothing but uppercase. So if I just save it and refresh it, if you can see, my Gaurang Majrekar has now gone to complete uppercase. If I just go over here, put a BR tag, if at all I want to go down, like I want to display it like complete lowercase. So how I'm going to do that? I just going to put it, and I'm just going to say lowercase. I'm going to save it, and I refresh it over here. You can see over here it is getting like completely lowercase. So this is nothing but something which we do with string filters. There's some more example to it. I just put a BR over here. I just put a P tag. I'll put an interpolation. There's something called nothing but splice. I'll put a thing, and I'm going to use something called splice filter. But splice filter is going to be having nothing but an argument that is passed via colon, and it is going to be 2. So what does this mean? It means it'll just start from index 2, that is nothing but 0 1 2, and from here it is going to up till this particular point it will just remove everything. That is nothing but GA would be removed. So if you can just refresh it over here, if you can see, okay, I have gone down. So it is really not splice, it is slice. Okay, I'm really sorry guys, it is not splice. Okay, so you can see it is nothing but starting with 0 1 2. So 0 1 2 is nothing but u, and till the point u it has just removed everything, it is just sliced off. uh, I'll just move on, and I'll just give one more example for it. If I just put a p over here, I'll just go and say name. I'll put a pipe, and okay, okay, and here I will say, let me slice from 2 till nothing but, there's one more argument that is nothing but the endpoint, but the endpoint doesn't run to at this particular instance, it is nothing but n minus 1. That means it'll go from 2 and it will end till 3, so that is nothing but 0 1 2. So it will start with u and it will end with 3, because the last argument is nothing but 4. So it is just going to be concentrating on u and r. So if I just refresh it, the output would be nothing but okay, I am into an error over here, and what that error really says is, okay, so br doesn't, so I've just messed down with some tags. It really seems cool for me. So let me just see if it is there here. Okay, it was with, so I'll just remove this stuff out. It is nothing but this particular tag. If I refresh it, you can see now it is having this nothing but UR. So this is all about the string thing. I'll just replace this just for the matter of being faster. I'll just copy my code over here. I'll just copy this and I'll just paste it over here. Okay, so now we are going to learn about nothing but number filters. So I'll just refresh it over here. Okay, so if you can see, so I have a number called 8.567. So the first is nothing but, I'm just displaying my number over here by using interpolation. But from the second part, like the first thing over here is nothing but, it is having a number filter onto it, and this particular, this particular number filter is having an argument, and how to read this particular argument. So it is just going to be decorating this particular decimal number in this particular fashion, that before decimal it is going to be having one number, after decimal it is going to be having two number, that is minimum two numbers and maximum three numbers. So you can see this particular value is having 8.567. So I can get these two values over here, but certainly we are not able to see any difference between two values. So let's just pop down into the next example. There's nothing but before decimal it is going to be having two values, and the rest is the same. The minimum is 2 after decimal and maximum is 3. So you can see it has already, it appends a 0 over here, because I've told it the argument to be, I'll configure this number filter to be having two values compulsorily before decimal. Moving ahead over here, you can see before decimal it is 2, and after decimal it is going to be minimum or and maximum 4. That means I'm compulsorily wanting 4 values over here. So you can see it would directly, it is appending a 0 over here, because I want it to be 4. So if at all I just remove this particular, so I'm just, so after decimal it is having 3 numbers, so here I'm restricting it to 4, so it is putting a 0 over here. So at the same time, if at all I am rounding it to 2 only, like before decimal it's going to be 2 and after decimal it's a minimum maximum 2. So after decimal it is compulsory going to have 2 numbers, but over here in my model I'm having 3 numbers, so it will just round off the value, you know. 567 is going to be nothing but 0.57. Other than that, there is nothing but a currency filter over here. So currency filter is again going to be with number, the currency is the filter name. The first is nothing but the name of the currency, that is nothing but the euros, and the second is nothing but whether to show the symbol or not. So if I just remove this argument, it will just show EUR as uh, if you can see EUR as a value. So but if I say the second argument is true, it'll other than EUR it'll show the symbol. So you really don't have to worry about showing the value with respect to the localization of the value of the things which you do. So this was all about the number filters. I'll just remove the step off. There's one more thing which we can really see is nothing but the date filters. I'll just put it down over here. If you can see, these are nothing but the date filters. I refresh the stuff over here. You can see this is the date, this is the current timestamp which I'm seeing, but definitely while displaying we are not going to use such kind of a value. Rather than that, there are a whole lot of values which are going to be there into Angular 2 documentation, which you can see into Angular 2 website. I've just here shown you three types of filters. There's nothing but the date filters, which is followed by the pipe sign, and there are the arguments, the type of the date. It is nothing but full date. This is how full date is represented. A short date is nothing but like this, and medium time is nothing but like this. So this is all about the date filters and the pipes. Thanks a lot, guys.